Yo guys, what's going on? Yorkie here. Welcome back to another episode of this FIFA 21 career mode here with Villarreal. And it is the start of a fresh season, which means one thing, lots and lots of transfers. Now, we've got a lot of business to get through, but we did say goodbye to some brilliant players. It is sad to see them go. A comment did say re-sign Ferreira. I will not be re-signing him in this window. It wouldn't be realistic. We like to be as realistic as possible. But I think considering what we did in the league last year and in the Champions League, we could probably go for a player that's a little bit higher than what we've been going for in the past. We also have to talk about the situation with Moy Gomez. Do we list him? Do we sell him? Is it time for Moy Gomez to leave the club, as he's kind of just stagnated and not improved too much as time's gone on? Also, guys, thank you very much for your support on the first 2 seasons. 30 episodes. I mean, that wrapped up really well, didn't it? That the end of the season ended on the 30th episode. I do appreciate all the support, boys. It's been a pleasure bringing it to you. And if you are new around here, please smash subscribe. We're on our journey to 1K, and we are bloody close. We're close, I tell you. Right, let's get into the episode and see who we're going to pick up. First of all, we're going to go through the squad and see who we should be putting up for loan and transfer. It's a glaring issue straight off the bat. We've got Lafont, brilliant, but we need to bring in another goalkeeper. I am going to actually list Jorgensen to go out on loan. Actually, how long is his contract? It looks like he's unhappy at his contract. 3 years. How can you be unhappy with your contract? He probably feels like he's underpaid. We're going to add him to the loan list. Also, forgot that some of these loans are actually 2 years. So Fernandinho and Lanchai, we won't actually get back, which is a little bit of a shame. We can take a quick look at Mateus Vecino, who's joined the club. He's going to be a very good CDM. He brings that experience to the team. Alvarez played a lot of centre-back, if we remember correctly, last season. So that's a big dub for us. Gossetti and Capoue is probably going to be retiring at the end of this season. My big question mark is, do we now sell Moy Gomez? I am inclined. I'm leaning towards, yes, we do sell him. But I'll let you guys determine. He can play right, left, and centre mid, which does make him versatile. But he has kind of stagnated in recent seasons. Alex Benea does say he's showing great potential. We're going to loan him out again. Hassan, similar situation. I'm inclined to keep one of the younger players. We are going to loan list Karamoko Dembele. We're also going to loan list Tailman. I would like to get them out alone, but we are... It's whether we keep Yeremy or Hassan. I think we keep one of them, and I'm inclined to keep Yeremy, and he could be our backup right winger this season. He can also play left mid and cam. Yeremy looks really tasty, so I think we re-loan Hassan again. Now we need strikers. We know that. I have listed some new players. We already had some players on this striker list. We could do with an experienced one, a superstar, basically a big money signing, a statement of intent from the club, and then also maybe a younger striker that's going to improve, get rotation game time this season. There are plenty of options we could have had on, but one that definitely stands out to me is Alvaro Morata. He is going to be out of contract at the end of the season. Had 2 loan seasons out of the club. Atletico hasn't been used. They've got better talent in there. He's 83 rated. He's 29, and we could have Alvaro Morata and Gerard Moreno up top. He's quick, he's good at jumping, he's good at heading the ball, he's got great attacking positioning. I really like the idea of signing Morata. Now, I think the transfer fee would be pretty steep, but not ridiculous. 33 to 35 million. We probably pay 35 million for him. I think it's a decent transfer we could do to bring him in. I've also listed players such as Anthony Martial, Dominic Calvert-Lewin at Sociedad, who we've finished above now twice in a row. We got Lee Kangen, who could probably be the younger one, Bilal Torre as well. There are some younger options, as well as players like Mario Icardi could be decent. What I'm going to do is let you guys choose who the expensive player is that we start up top. Now, I want to choose between Gomez, Icardi, and to be honest with you, Morata. I think Morata makes sense because he's Spanish. Let me know what you think with some of the suggestions there. We are, however, going to sign one striker today, and it's going to be Adieme. We're going to sign the young lad from Red Bull Salzburg. We know he's good already. I don't need to know his information again. I'm not going to scout him again. They're trying to sign him right now at Bayern Munich. Let's see if we can get the youngster to come to us instead. I will pay his release clause because there's no way they'd let him go for anything less, 14.9 million. And let's see if we can negotiate a contract with him and convince him that we're the club to join ahead of Bayern Munich. Now, having a nice bit of dinner here, and we are going to try and give Adieme a contract. Now, the problem with this is, what's important, the big problem is I don't know what kind of contract he would like. 4 years is great. I'm hoping he tells me the wage he wants. In fact, I'm praying he tells me. Now, I would like to put in a release clause of, say, 30 million. I'm not sure they're going to bite on this. They do. Nice. Lovely. Things you love to see. this is where we stumble. I think a player of his quality coming to a club like this, I'm going to offer him 40k and 150 up front. And I'm going to hope that he likes the sound of that. What will we get? That's a reasonable offer. He's happy. He's going to sign for us ahead of Bayern Munich. Just to get clarification of his rating, he is 75 rated, so only one behind Ferreira. And he comes in a huge and hot prospect. I'm excited to see how he gets on. Bad news, boys. We've just quick simmed the first game against Benfica in the friendly tournament. And Evan Ndicka has got a broken tibia. 6 months out. Flashbacks of Yannick Vestergaard, to be honest with you. We need to sign another centre-back now, realistically. I don't want to be putting Alvarez at centre-back all the time this season. And one more centre-back injury and we'd be up creek. So, yeah, let's get ourselves another centre-back. Arsenal have shown an interest in Alan Mozo. I don't think we have to sell him, especially when they're coming in with bids like that. So I'm going to reject it. Some interest being shown in some of the players we've got on our list here. Kamara, Moise Keane, as well as Koundé. Koundé expected to. We're not going to get in a bidding war with Manchester United. No, I would love Moise Keane. He'd be really good for us. But I think Dortmund with that 50 million are going to get him. Transfer offer here for Samuel Chukwueze from Atletico Madrid. And I'm not sure if we should be negotiating this because they are the champions here in Spain. But with us coming second and only a couple of points behind, I think we can hold on to Mr. Chukwueze. If they come in with a blockbuster bid, 49 million, they can pay his release clause. We'd have to let him go for that, but I think for now we stand our ground. Hassan is going to be loaned out to Lille, which I'm excited to see. I think that's a brilliant deal for us. He's going to go to Lille on a loan deal, and hopefully he has a good time. But the big news here, Manchester City have come in for Robertone. We have to be honest, it's Manchester City. He's been brilliant for us in the season. We got to use him. But it looks like Robertone's going. Now, we are going to negotiate. There's no way I'm letting him go for 31 million when he's valued at what he is. But we will renegotiate this one. And I'd be shocked if Manchester City, with all the money they've got, don't come to an agreement with us. And we'll be saying goodbye to Robertone. This transfer window is being painful so far. We have been gutted, boys, I must admit. You have one brilliant season in the Liga and in the Champions League. And all the big boys come in for your best players. Let's propose a new transfer fee. I would like 55. Now, let's see if they'll meet us at 55. No, they're sorry. They're not happy with it. They've walked away. That's fine by me. I made my mind up on the centre-backs. We're going to go in for Matt Seamer. I think he makes sense. He's 72 rated. He's 20. He's young. He's going to be rotational. It makes more sense to bring in that kind of player. At the end of the day, once Ndicka's back, he won't see much game time whatsoever. So it needs to be a player that is young and not expecting to start games. I did want Benic Badiashile. I was umming and ahhing about that one, but I feel like he deserves a starting role in the club. And Matt Seamer probably isn't as set on that. Matt Seamer, he signed up 4-year contract, sporadic, which was the important thing. The squad role, 23,000 per week. Welcome to the club, Matt Seamer. Real Betis come in for Caramel Dembele, 1-year loan. More than happy to do it. He should get some good game time there at Betis. We are going to bag a new goalkeeper here. I wanted a youngster, 20-year-old Stefan Bajic from France, playing at St. Etienne. I'm excited. I think he'll be cheap. He's a good young player to have around as well to rotate with Lafont. I think he could learn a lot from Lafont as well, both being French. They should get on like a house on fire. I will pay 5 million for him, considering how young he is, and they'll definitely snap that up. You might think, oh, you overpaid there for him. The price was ridiculous. The guy's showing great potential. He's going to be a very good goalkeeper in the end, so I will overpay for players that I think are valued really badly in the game. It was a pretty easy contract negotiation, 3 years, 12k per week. He does have a release clause, though, that's just towards 9 million, but we'll re-sign him on a new contract once he starts to improve. We've really bulked down on the youth, haven't we? 3 20-year-olds so far. No massive transfer, but that's because we're waiting on you guys really for the big ones. I'm really happy, though, with the players we brought in. I think there's some great potential there for this club. Frustratingly, even though we've met one of the brand exposure things, sign 3 players from Europe, they both just haven't gone up at all. They've not gone up. We're still at 67, so I don't know why, but we should get everything apart from the was it the brand exposure one? No, apart from the youth things, because we're not doing youth in this one, so we should be absolutely fine. Interest has been shown in Lee Kangen, and I wouldn't mind Lee Kangen, but also a transfer offer for Moy Gomez from Leicester. We kind of do want to sell him, so I'm going to negotiate this. I did ask you guys what we should do, but I think this is going to be a good deal. I think if we can get 20 plus, maybe 21, 22 would be nice. I think it's a fantastic deal. We'll speak to Brendan here, though, and try and negotiate this one. I don't want to go too over the mark. I don't want to send him storming out. Let's just go 22. It's not much more than what was offered initially. And they'll accept that. So there we go. 22 million. Mike Gomez does leave. It's a little bit sad because he was at the club at the start, but to be honest with you, we were struggling using him towards the back end. He didn't play much towards the back end of that season either, so I think it's a good deal for him to leave. So for some strange reason, the transfer that we did for Danny Parejo didn't happen. Instead of keeping him, we did bid him farewell at the end of last season. We are going to sell him now to Barcelona. We're just going to accept the 32 million. He was supposed to have gone anyway. Maybe he must have turned down the contract. Also, Tailman is going to leave the club on a year loan to PSV. That'll be a fantastic loan for him, I reckon. Interest has been shown in Alvaro Morata. We might not get our striker. We did want him. Moy Gomez has left the club as well. Danny Parejo, another one from Real Madrid. We'll accept both. He can go to either Real Madrid or Barcelona. I think he'd suit Barcelona more, but we'll let him go to whichever one he wants. Oh, this is a difficult one because I think Morata suits us the most. Do we just dive in and try and sign him? Feel like he would be a marquee signing. Now, I still want you guys to give me feedback on another striker because we need 4 in total if we're playing 2 up top. Gerard Moreno, Adeyemi, Morata now, and we'll still need another striker. Potentially a younger striker, but I'd take someone like a Calvert-Lewin as well. I'd still take one of these guys on the list, but maybe potentially a younger striker. We are actually going to go in for Alvaro Morata to stop him from going to Everton. Just going to go in at 40 million. I think that's a reasonable fee for Morata. Simone's absolutely happy with that. See what kind of contract we can get here as well. We're going to go important, and hopefully he doesn't want crucial. He does want crucial. I mean, he will most likely start every game with Gerard Moreno. We've got to remember, what we saw last season, there was so much rotation needed in the squad that all the strikers got a very good amount of football. I'm going to try and give him 60 million when it comes to a release clause. Hopefully he'll accept that. He does accept that. Nice. The release clause stuff's actually been relatively easy to do. This is a fairly cheap contract as well. Alvaro Morata joins the yellow submarine. I didn't expect to be making such a big signing at this stage. I thought you guys were going to vote on it. I do apologize, but I didn't want to lose out on the chance of having Alvaro Morata. The fact that he's Spanish, he's not going to play for Atletico Madrid. 83 rated, 29. We're trying to build for now. We want to be great. Morata and Gerard Moreno up top could be great. We've got the youngster Adeyemi coming through. I'm actually very excited about that transfer deal, but we still need one more striker because Firmino is not coming back to the club, and we need at least 4 strikers if we're going to play this 2-striker formation. We are going to be loaning Jorgensen away to LASK Links, or Lings, I think. That's how it said. He's going to have a loan deal there, the 20-year-old Swedish goalkeeper. So Danny Parejo, in the end, did choose Barcelona, which is what I expected. I can't remember where he was supposed to be going before, but I'm sure I negotiated a deal, like, a fair few episodes ago, in January maybe before that, but there we go. Danny Parejo has gone. He's gone to Barcelona. We waved goodbye to him. He's going to have a great time there. What a superb club for him to get to go to. And also... oh, boys. Bayern Munich come in for Gerard Moreno. It's 88.5 million. And you know that I love to do this realistically. And he's been a beast. He's been a talisman of the series. But when Bayern Munich come in with 88.5 million, you just cannot turn that down. Now, the situation here is... we've lost all our strikers already. We've lost them all already. We've got 2 new boys this season, and we're about to lose the main man. Now, my assistant does believe I can get more from this deal, so I'm going to negotiate it. Of course I am. I don't want to be ridiculous. I don't want to be ridiculous. I want to just be 100. I just want to be 100. Let's see if they accept this. I don't think this is wildly above what we negotiated in the first place. He's definitely worth it. Let's see if they'll pay 100 million. They will pay 100 million. Gerard Moreno is leaving the yellow submarine for 100 million. This could bankroll Villarreal for the next 10 years. And I am so gutted that we're going to lose Gerard Moreno. I have to be honest, I thought we'd have lost him sooner after that first season, getting to use him. I was convinced that we was going to lose him sooner. But we are now finally going to lose him. And that will be Paco Alcacer, Leao, Ferreira, and Gerard Moreno gone in the space of a season. 2-year loan deal for Alex Benea. We'll accept that. Also, Jorgensen decided he didn't want to go there. We got a loan offer for Yannick Vestergaard, which is a weird one. He's going absolutely nowhere. The injury certainly set him back, but he should have some good game time this season. The saddest thing that has happened in this series so far, boys, Gerard Moreno has gone to Bayern Munich. Now, I know most people would be like, why didn't you just keep him? When you want to play these career modes realistically, sometimes you've got to let players go that you don't want to let go. 100 million from Bayern Munich for Villarreal, no matter how well we did last season, for a player is ridiculous. It's unbelievable. The club would never, ever reject this kind of offer for Gerard Moreno. It's sad to see him go. We will miss him. We didn't get to give him a proper farewell, but a 30-goal season last year, we have to plug that hole somehow, boys. It does leave us at this moment in time with 257 million in the transfer budget. This has been wacky so far. We're nearly at the 50-minute mark on my recording because this transfer window has been nuts so far. Manchester City have gone and won the Super League. They'll be very happy with that. Kevin De Bruyne there next to the Super League trophy. Well done, Man City. I didn't know if we'd get here in this episode after how crazy the transfer window has been so far, but here we go. This is the starting 11 to take on Eibar here at the first game of the season. It's a familiar back line. Lafont obviously taking his place now as the main #1 goalkeeper. Samakam, Torres, Gaspar and Acuna. And then we see a little bit of a change. Vicinho comes in as CDM today. Alvarez does not start. Robertone starts, though, after being hotly tipped to go to Manchester City. Draxler will play on the right. Deulofeu on the left. And then a brand new front line today. We don't have no strikers on the bench apart from Chukwueze, who will play up top if needed. Adeyemi and Morata start up top. What a change around for this team. Let's take on Eibar. How often in football do we see a team like Villarreal massively achieve and then get absolutely gutted the season after? It's happened so often from Monaco. I imagine Lille will be one of them in the future. It is a crying shame, but we have to find the form that we had last year with major changes in the team. There's an argument to say the team's weaker than it was last year, and that argument is valid at this moment in time. Still a lot of transfer window left, though. Still a lot of budget for Villarreal to spend. Let's see how the new boys get on today against Eibar. That man mega important now that Gerard Moreno's gone. Alvaro Morata will be leading the line for Villarreal this season at the moment. The new number 10. He's hoping to be joined by some quality up top with him. He's got the youngster Adeyemi up there with him today, though. Robertone there. Finds Morata. Nice turn for Morata. Fires off the shot and well saved by Dimprovic. He's brilliant. We know he is. We've faced him a few times. There's one thing about Morata. He definitely has a quicker turn of pace than Gerard Moreno does. That was nearly his first goal for the club there. Very close. Coming forward now, Eibar. Good play. Fires off the shot. Lands straight to the man. And there we go. Eibar find themselves 1-0 up, but he's offside. Lucky for us, a little bit of a shaky start there at the back. The deflection went straight to him, but definitely in an offside position. Tony there fires that out wide. Alvaro Morata's making a run inside. Is this going to be his first goal for the club? Oh, it's saved again. Can we get it back across? We can. And Adeyemi tries to backheel that back across for Robertone. Robertone now runs into that space. Tries to lift it into Adeyemi. He gets his head on it. He's pulled it wide. Draxler now cuts inside. Finds Morata. Oh, look at that for a turn. Morata! Oh, what a save. What a turn that was. We're really piling on the pressure now. Their goalkeeper, though, is so good. But what a turn that was from Alvaro Morata. Draxler. Is he going to find his man? He might do. Adeyemi whips it back across. Oh, nearly an own goal. Vicinho's found Morata here. This is brilliant. Morata, surely, just before the half. Alvaro Morata opens his account here for Villarreal. And we hope to see that a lot this season from our new number 10, because we're going to need it now Mr. Gerard Moreno's gone. But that is a great way for him to start his career here. Gerard Deulofeu needs to be applauded, though, for winning the ball back in midfield and just putting the ball and the pass into him instantly for him to slot it home. 1-0 lead at half-time thanks to Mr. Morata. And we've had a lot of opportunities. He's had a lot. That's his 4 attempts, 1 goal. Hopefully, we can be a little bit more clinical in that second half. The keeper's had a great game for Eibar, though. Gaspar now has done brilliantly. Try and play that inside to Adeyemi. Oh, that's a lovely ball. Adeyemi, oh, that is beautiful. Robertone will score. What a ball for Adeyemi. Just that all-round play in that entire move was absolutely superb. And just like that, we make it 2-0 and a little bit more comfortable. Honestly, this move was fantastic. Look at this back heel by Adeyemi. Robertone slots it home nicely. Oh, coming forward now, Oliver Ditcham. Oh, they've got it straight back. Aguero, that's a good opportunity. What a save from Lafont. Still showing why he's our number one and how we could sell Rulli and be absolutely fine. That is great defending. Adeyemi now. I must admit, what I'm noticing about Adeyemi is how strong he is. That is a beautiful ball to Gerard Deulofeu. Can we cut it back inside to Adeyemi? No, we can't. Vicinio now has been found. Oh, this is a good opportunity. Look at how strong he stayed. Vicinio still being strong. Finds Adeyemi. Well, the problem is now he needs to run. What's he going to do with it? He's not bad on the ball. Can he play it across? He can. Robertone then plays it into Gerard Deulofeu. Well saved. Well, 2-0 up, first game of the season. It's time to rest some players. Chukwueze will come on up top. That just really does show where we're at with strikers. Coquelin will come on as well as Cuisance. We'll change the midfield completely. I want to get Cuisance some game time. I really do think he's going to be a huge player for the club. The problem being that injury last season. Let's get him back on the pitch and playing football again. Although this is a good start here when Chukwueze's got the ball like that. It's a terrible pass in the end. Michael Cuisance here now. Michael Cuisance, they're going to give him space to run into. Michael Cuisance can't do anything with it, but he's still got the ball. Adeyemi, it's put into him and cleared by the goalkeeper in the end. Very different look, Villarreal, but a very similar result. 2-1 victory here against Eibar. Great start to the season. Morata gets his first goal. Adeyemi with the assist to Robertone as well. That goal was absolutely fantastic. And that fills me with some confidence that we can have a good season here. We're a little bit short on numbers, but so far, so good. Well, there we go. The end of episode number 1 in a new season. Absolute chaos, that was. Absolute chaos. I'm looking forward to editing this. The team's changed massively. I need suggestions. I need 2 strikers, basically, right now. I need 2 more strikers. And I think that's probably it, unless we lose more players, which I'm fingers crossed we don't. The team still looked very good, though. We just a little bit short on numbers up top, but the team still looked very good, and it still played greatly. Fingers crossed we keep hold of Robertone as well. Anyway, boys, if you are new around here, please smash that subscribe button. What a crazy first episode that was. Really thoroughly enjoyed it because we've had to think on our feet, and a lot has changed here at the club. As expected, a team performing as well as we did has started to be picked off by the big boys. Thank you very much for watching, boys. I will see you in the next one. Oh, take care.